I didn't realize up until recently. Actually, I was just talking with my mom this morning, and she mentioned something that when she said it, it just clicked in my head because I didn't fully realize that into that moment, and I guess I had forgotten it, or maybe I had selective memory. I don't know what it is, but she said that, remember that time that you said there was a woman haunting the room in our house, and her name was Mary? And I was like, Mary? I don't remember that. I really don't remember the woman having a name to her. And then I asked her more. I said, what do you mean by that? And she told me that, oh, you remember your brother had similar experiences. I forget if it was you or him who told me that her name was Mary. And I was like, what? And then it clicked. I was like, wait a minute. So my experience with the Ouija board, and I had another experience when I was in that room, which I'll mention in a moment, seemed to come together. And this is the beauty with hauntings, with the investigation that an investigator will put behind it, is you are trying to connect those puzzle pieces. Like any investigator, like even a police detective, you get a bunch of puzzle pieces and you got to put it together. You got to see how they relate. And it's the same thing with ghost investigation. So when she said that, it really interested me. Now, the room is very simple. There's not much to it. I mean, it's just a small bedroom on the second floor of the house. And I spent time in there for a bit. My brother before me, that was his room. I took it over afterwards. And I guess he had some experiences too. I didn't really know this, but supposedly it's connected to this woman. So it wasn't just me. It really wasn't. It was him and as well my mom. Because she mentioned that she had a dream that introduced her to this Mary woman in a very kind of violent way, which I'll get to in a moment. So what my mom says, I guess my brother also said this as well, is that there was a spirit inside that room, a woman named Mary, and that supposedly she had communicated to one of them somehow, maybe through a dream, that she had a jealous husband. And when I heard that, that just added to that puzzle that made it just more complete for me. And the reason that that is the case is because of my experience in there with something known as sleep paralysis. Now, I'm not sure if I've already talked about this on the show. I mean, after 84 episodes, the older ones start to get a little blurry. So forgive me if I repeat some stuff. But this was a pretty interesting experience in the sense that it was kind of terrifying. When I was a teenager, I did have an issue with what is called sleep paralysis. Now, science will say that they understand what causes it, that it's basically your mind waking up before your body. And if your mind wakes up before your body, then it's like you're trapped inside of a corpse, for lack of a better term. So you are completely lucid, you are awake, but you can't move. You can't move your face, your eyes, your arms, your legs. You can't move anything. Hence the paralysis part. So it is one of the more terrifying of the experiences that we can have. And I hated having them. I think I maybe had 4 or 5 at the most. I had enough to know that you shouldn't struggle against it. I had that experience where I knew fully that you just let it happen, and the more that you stay relaxed, the quicker you'll come out of it, but the more that you struggle, the more you stay with it. I guess it's like a Chinese finger trap or something along those lines. So I had a ghostly experience in that room where I was asleep and then I woke up. Something woke me up. I think it was like the bed moved a bit, like almost like somebody was getting into the bed. Now, this is before my girlfriend. There's nobody getting into my bed, especially my parents' house. And I woke up. It's like in the middle of the night. and I'm half asleep. So when I hear a woman's voice talking behind me, I don't remember what she said. I wasn't even processing that. It felt normal. It felt normal in the moment that that was happening. I think I even said a couple things back to her. And it wasn't until my logical brain actually stepped in and said, wait a minute, dude, this shouldn't be happening, man. That's how my brain talks, by the way. Dude, it shouldn't be happening. And then I realized, like, I actually woke up and I was like, wait, I'm alone. And then I freaked out. So when I freaked out, I tried to turn over as quickly as I could because it felt like there was somebody behind me. And when I tried to flip over, that's when sleep paralysis started. I think I got as far as my back. I normally sleep on my side. And I got as far as my back when I just kind of froze. And I remember being caught there and not being able to move and struggling with it. It actually felt like there was somebody on top of me. And I was able to get my eyes open just a little bit, like just little slits. And I could see a shadow. It looked like there was a shadow on top of me. And then that's when my other side of the brain was like, calm down, bro. That's how the other side talks, by the way. Calm down, bro. It's all right. Sorry. I don't mean to make a joke of this. It was actually terrifying. But that side said, it's okay, man. Just relax. And you'll be fine. Something along those lines. So I was like, all right. Thanks, cool side of the brain. And I relaxed. So the minute I relaxed, I came out of it. I woke up. And there was nobody in the room. There was no more voices.